Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Christina Ellis and I am a VIPkid teacher and hiring coach. I am here today to talk to you about the new VIPkid hiring process for 2020. This new hiring process actually went into effect last month, I believe, or it may have been kind of mid-December, but it is new. There are some changes, so this, as of right now, February 2020, is the most up-to-date information for the hiring process. So let's get to it. The first step is going to be the application. Obviously, you will do your application online. A couple of things I want to talk about with the application are, first of all, your requirements. Before you even apply, make sure that you meet these requirements or else you will not get past this application stage. So first of all, you are required to have a bachelor's degree. This can be in any area. It does not have to be a teaching degree whatsoever. You have to have at least, I think on the VIPkid website it still says at least 1 year of experience working with children, but with some referrals that I have had on the application, there's an option that says 0 to 1, I believe. It might say 0 to 2. And then there's like a 1 to 3 option. If you choose that first option on your application that says 0 to 1 or 0 to 2, that is an automatic fail because the system is going to see that as you have less than 1 year of teaching experience, and it's just part of the requirement, so they're not going to put you through. So choose that next option, or if you have more than that, then obviously put in whatever amount of experience that you have. I do have a teaching degree and I do have teaching experience. I'm a public school teacher, so I wasn't even thinking about that when I applied, but I have had referrals who have done the application process and used me as a referral, and they have failed that part and had to reapply because they should have chosen the 1 to 3 instead of the 0 to 1. I think they were thinking 0 to 1. They had like exactly 1 year of experience, so they were just trying to be honest and go with that option. But if you do have at least a year, make sure you choose that 1 to 3 option. The other thing that is a requirement is that you have to have legal eligibility to work in the U.S. or Canada. You do not have to live in the U.S. or Canada, but you do have to have legal eligibility to work there. There are some VIPkid teachers who are from U.S. or Canada and they are living in other parts of the world for work or military or whatever reason. That's fine. You can teach from anywhere. You just have to have that legal eligibility to work in the U.S. or Canada. So other than that, the application is pretty self-explanatory. So that's just your basic screening to make sure that you meet those 3 main qualifications. So bachelor's degree, we're going to say 2 years of experience of working with children, and legal eligibility to work in the U.S. or Canada. Now about that experience working with children, that does not have to be formal teaching experience. It can be babysitting, homeschooling, camp counselor, Girl Scout leader, Boy Scout leader, any type of aspect where you are a mentor or coach or teacher or in some type of capacity of working with children. And that will count for your teaching experience. As long as you meet those requirements on your application, you will automatically be invited to do your demo. Now, they used to call this the interview. It's not really an interview. It is a screening process. What they are looking for at this point, because you've already met those qualifications on your application, at this point they are looking for, do you have the ability to be a teacher? Whether you have teaching experience or not, can you do this job? They're also listening to make sure that you have a North American native English accent. So with this demo lesson, there are 3 options for how you do your demo. One is the live demo, where you will do it live with a person in Beijing. The other is the smart demo, and then there's the recorded demo. Now, when I was going through the hiring process last summer, there were only 2 options, I believe. There may have been a third one, but that one has been discontinued. When I was going through the hiring process, there was the live and the recorded demo. And at that point, the live was the most recommended demo that you could do because You would get your feedback immediately. You would basically be told right away whether you were progressing to the next step in the hiring process. And also at that point in time, you could kind of negotiate your pay if you weren't happy with the initial pay offer that they gave you. My recommendation now is you can still do the live interview, it's fine, but there are some people who say that it's difficult to do that because the person that you were speaking to in Beijing, they are in a call center and there's a lot of background noise, so it might be kind of hard to hear them. And also negotiating pay is no longer a thing. I've heard some negative things about that. So that was the only reason really that I recommended the live demo to my referrals in the past, because they had the option to negotiate pay if they felt they needed to. I feel like VIPkid is pretty fair with their pay. The other option is, and the most popular option and most recommended option now, is the Smart Demo. So with the Smart Demo, it is the fastest and easiest demo that you can do. Basically, all you do is read some information about how VIPkid operates, what it's like to be a VIPkid teacher. You take a quiz. I think it's like 5 questions. There's even an example video for how to do your Smart Demo. And then all you do is teach one slide. It's about 2.5 minutes. And you can stop it and re-record before you actually submit. So if you don't like your first recording, you can go back and redo it, which is a nice thing that you can't do if you're in a live demo. You can't erase what you did and go back and do it. With a Smart Demo, you can. So I would say as of right now, the Smart Demo would be your best, easiest, fastest, most recommended option for the hiring process as of now. You don't have to have your classroom set up, but I've been hearing that it's been recommended, and so I would say go ahead and have something like even this. So I just recently moved. This is not my normal classroom setup. I just had to throw something up real quick so I could continue with my classes while I was in the middle of moving. So even something as simple as this, you can have behind you, is just something that looks educational, like a classroom. You do have to have your reward displayed. So make sure you kind of have that set up and ready to go. And then it's ready to go and you can focus more on putting your energy in the next step, which is the mock classes. Okay, so getting through the application, easy. Getting through the demo, easy. The mock class is where a lot of teachers have more trouble, but I don't want you to feel overwhelmed or be deterred at all from the hiring process during the mock stage. The purpose of the mock is it's kind of like VIPkid's on-the-job training. Having practice during mock classes is going to make you feel so much more confident when you are actually in front of the camera with an actual Chinese student teaching them English. So if you pass your mock class the first time, that's awesome, that's fine. But you may not feel as confident as somebody who's had to have done it a few times. I actually had to do it twice. The first time I was so nervous, and I don't know why, because like I said, I'm a public school teacher and I have like 6 years of teaching experience. So I thought this was going to be really easy, but I was really nervous and I did not do so great the first time. The mock is a live, in-person, one-on-one class with what they call a mock class mentor. A mock class mentor is a current VIPkid teacher who does these mock classes with people that are in the application process, and they will score you on a rubric and send it to VIPkid, and then VIPkid determines whether or not you can proceed to the next step or whether you have to do your mock class again. So with the mock classes right now, you have 2 options. There is the level 2 and 3 mock class, so they put 2 certifications together, which is kind of nice. I heard before I got hired that you could only certify in 1 level. So right off the bat, they're going to certify you in at least 2 levels. If you pass 1 mock class and you want to do the other 2 levels, you can do that as well. So there's the 2, 3, and then there's the 4, 5. So 2, 3 are going to be students ages like 6 to 10. And then the 4, 5 is going to be ages 10 to 12, 13. so that the 4-5 is the intermediate level. So when you are choosing which mock class you want to do, just kind of think of which students that you would be more comfortable with. I am an elementary teacher, so I certified in the level 2 and 3. Not only that, but we were told at the time that the level 2 and 3 are where 70% of the VIPkid students are. Most of them are in those lower level classes, so there are more students there, which could equate to more bookings. However, that's also where most of the teachers get their certification. So some people are choosing to go with the 4-5, and they're getting bookings a lot faster because maybe there's more of a teacher shortage in those levels. I'm not really sure what the deal is there. I decided to only go with the 2-3. I was not interested in the intermediate students. I still have not gotten those certifications. I am working on the level 4, but I probably will not go higher than level 4. So I currently teach levels 1 through 4, and then some other supplementary classes. And I will do another video that helps you to decide which mock class you should do, which levels you should do, or if you should do both, because you can do both and start out being certified in 4 levels right off the bat if you want to. So going back to the hiring process, the mock class, like I said, is one-on-one with a mock class mentor. You will be with this person for 30 minutes, but you are only teaching for 10 minutes. So a lot of it is just they will talk to you, get to know you kind of in the beginning. You will teach for 10 minutes, and then at the end they will give you feedback. It takes a couple of days to hear back from the mock class about whether you passed or not. If you did not pass, you will just schedule another mock class. I highly recommend VIPkid offers coaching sessions where you are in a Zoom meeting online with other people who are in the hiring process with some mentor teachers. You break off into small groups and you get to learn about the progression of a lesson and what a lesson looks like and what you should do for each slide, and you get to practice and get some feedback from that mentor before you actually do your mock class. So I highly, highly, highly recommend doing that once you get to this stage in the process. If you do pass your mock class, then you will move on to, actually, I'm going to, in between here, there's something called a TESOL, and this stands for Teaching English to Students of Other Languages, is what TESOL stands for. So the Ministry of Education in China has required that all online teachers have a teaching certification of some sort. If you are a certified teacher in your state or province and you have that certification, you can just use that on your documents page when you get to that stage of the hiring process. It is the final stage when you're uploading your documents. You can use just your certification and not get the TESOL at all. That is fine. If you do not have any type of teaching certification or anything like that, you will be required to get the TESOL certification. So on the VIPkid teacher portal, when you're in the hiring process, it says that the TESOL takes you about 10 hours. It really honestly does not take that long. But basically you will read through some material, watch some videos, and take a quiz. And you have to pass the quiz in order to get your certification. And then they will automatically upload it on the documents page for you. Like I said, I am a certified teacher, but I also did the TESOL because I felt like it would look better to parents, because it shows a little badge on your profile that you have it. And it shows that you've taken some initiative to learn about teaching ESL if you don't have any experience doing that in the past. So I would recommend getting the TESOL whether you need to or not. So in the documents stage, that's your final stage. You are going to upload your bachelor's degree. You can just take a picture and upload it from your phone. If you don't have your bachelor's degree, you can get copies of it has to be your official transcripts, and you can take a picture of that. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to get transcripts approved. I tried to get my transcripts approved and it was a hassle, so I wound up just finding my degree and uploading that instead. And then you'll have to submit a background check. You will also upload 3 pictures. One is your main profile picture, and then you will have 2 lifestyle pictures. To go on your profile, you will do a bio about yourself, and you will record a very short introduction video. I'm talking very short. I'm talking 30 seconds or less, just to give parents and students an idea of what it will like to be in your classroom, how you are as a teacher. So make it look fun, gear it towards whatever age group you are trying to attract to book your classes. You will get all of that uploaded. Once all of your documents are approved, you will be invited to sign your contract. And once you sign your contract, you can begin teaching on whatever date is at the top of your contract. It's usually the next day after, because China is ahead of us. I'm in the Eastern time zone, and right now with daylight savings, they are 13 hours ahead. So with your contract, it will usually be, it'll say like the next day at the top in China, but it'll actually be maybe like that night that you can open classes. So you'll just pay attention to that. But once you have all that approved and you sign your contract, you are good to go. So that is pretty much the gist of the hiring process. It can be very overwhelming. So if you're looking for a mentor, please reach out to me. I will put my email address and referral link in the description below the video. If you do use my referral link, please, please, please send me an email to let me know. Otherwise, I will have no idea to tell who you are or be able to reach out and help you, and I want to be able to help you through every step of the process. I can give you advice, tips, resources, things that you need. I will help walk you through to make sure that you do get hired. So let me show you the referral tracker on the VIPkid portal. It looks like this. So as you can see, I've only given first names and last initials and no email address. So it'll tell me that I have a referral. And if you see these failed ones, these are people who did not put in that 0 to or 1 to 3 years of experience. They put in the 0 to 1, and so they had to reapply. So as you can see, I will have no way to contact you if you don't contact me first and let me know who you are. So I will put all of my links in the description. Also, if you go to my YouTube channel, in my banner, I have a link to my Facebook page, my Instagram, all the different ways to get a hold of me. So please contact me, and I would love to help you get through the hiring process. All right, thank you for watching. If you learned something from this video, please leave a comment, like my video, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And good luck with your VIPkid hiring process.